Why, hello. I'm Roth, and this is my world. Welcome. Each week, or bi-weekly, or maybe once a month, I'm really not sure of the schedule to be honest with you, I will have a segment here on the CSPN.com featuring my welcome, my news at Mason High School, a feature segment, and a little segment I like to call Roth's Thoughts. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you this is the third time that I have shot this actual video. The first time, the audio didn't work. I don't know why, because I know nothing about technology. The second time, the audio didn't work. I think it had to do with the microphone, and quite honestly, I didn't like my hair. This time, I'm ready to go, but I do think my demands make me, I would say, getting closer to what is known as diva status, and equal to the great divas in the world. Madonna, Queen Latifah, Beyonce, and others. Some would even argue Britney Spears. What does diva status actually mean? I think it means you know you're a diva when it's time to wear glitter nail polish. Have I ever worn it? No. Might I try it after this segment? I think I might. Now, news at Mason High School this week. We have fall break coming up. Let's talk about what you might do with your fall break to engage in some safe, educational, merriment, and revelry on your day off. 1. You could pursue going to a pumpkin patch. 'Tis the season. However, be careful, because often they have animals that you could pet, and those goats could bite. 2. You could work on your future moves for the homecoming dance, because as I have been made aware, the dancing was, per se, questionable at best. Perhaps we could all take a lesson from the Puritans, who were a rather conservative group that came to America in 1630, and you say to yourselves, wait, but Roth, would they have danced? Probably not, but if they did, their dance might have looked a little something like this. A good times with the Puritans, and back. A good times with the Puritans, and forward. Good times with the Puritans, and hi, I'm a Puritan. Hi, I'm a Puritan. Go Comets. Yeah. You could rehearse it 500, 600, 500 times to be ready to go for more appropriate dancing at a homecoming next year. Other things you could do. You could buy a baked snack cracker on your day off for fall break. And then you could bring it to me. You could educate yourself on the presidential campaign. Hey, know the candidates so that you're not the guy in the street when they say, who's running for president? And you say, what president? You could also learn the Dewey Decimal System, to be explored later. You could go running, that is to say, if you like to run, which I don't, nor do I understand the Dewey Decimal System, to be explored later. And perhaps you could explore why it is that George Harrison was the skinniest of the Beatles. My personal thought is that he is the youngest and the most forgotten, and they often didn't feed him. You think about that. All things to do on your day off for fall break. Now, to our feature segment. It's a little segment where I talk about whatever I want. This week, we will be talking about clone. Not to be confused with drone, which by definition is 1, a male bee that does no work, or 2, an idler, a loafer. Let's think about for a moment if we all had a little clone in our lives. This would be my clone. My clone could say, mow my grass, bring me a Diet Coke, go to my AP underwater basket weaving or AP cooking and baking class that I didn't feel like going to that day. There are so many ways that clones could enhance our lives. Now, I'm not advocating human cloning. Don't get me wrong. I don't understand science and math, to be honest with you. All I'm saying is it might be delightful to have a clone, not drone, around occasionally. And finally today, I have a little segment known as Roth's Thoughts, where people tell me topics they'd like me to comment upon. The first, Twitter. Tweeting. Tweet, tweet. Like a bird. I don't know how it works. I don't know how you do it. But apparently people do to become trendy. So maybe you would like to do that. The Dewey Decimal System. I like libraries. They have lots of books. They use the Dewey Decimal System to organize those books. It's baffling. Twitter and Dewey Decimal. Confusing. Maybe the two things need to get together. The new Great Gatsby movie, coming out in December. I love The Gatsby. I enjoyed Leo DiCaprio in Titanic. Leo DiCaprio as Gatsby? It's questionable. I invite you to see it, though, to see just why it is questionable. Now, I also have a Twitter-like, tweet-like thing where you can tell me what you'd like me to talk about at hashtag, as they tell me that's what this is called, Stuff Roth Says. Twitter it now. Tweet it. Put your burst of knowledge on there with your burning topics so that I can be trendy or a trendsetter or trending or like the top of somebody's list somewhere in the United States today or tomorrow or by the next time my bi-weekly, weekly, monthly segment comes out. For now, that is Roth.